Okay, well, I'm here at the Harry T. and Harriette V. Moore Memorial Home Site. It's the Harry and Harriette Moore Center in Mims, Florida, and this is part of our civil rights lesson. So I'm going to do a short video. I know I'd love to have brought students here for a actual field trip, but we're going to conduct a virtual field trip to kind of conclude our learning of civil rights and the civil rights movement. So who were the Moores? So Harry and Harriette Moore lived in Mims, Florida, and back on Christmas night in 1951, they were assassinated when what was suspected to be the Ku Klux Klan and others had put a bomb under their house and blew them up. They were early civil rights movement leaders here in Florida. Harry Moore had been a teacher and was also a leader of the NAACP here in Brevard County and in Florida. So in a moment here I'll flip around. I'm at the front of the building right now. It's unfortunately closed because of, just like everything, coronavirus. So I've got the place all to myself. Can't go inside, but we're going to walk the grounds and we're going to see the replica of their house, which is over here just behind, just in front of me right now, behind you if you were standing here looking at me. So let me go ahead and flip this over. Alright, so here's the historical sign. I'll read it for you. It says, the Harry T. and Harriette V. Moore Memorial Home Site. This property is the former home site of civil rights activists Harry T. and Harriette V. Moore, two people whose lives were committed to help Florida's Negro communities unite to form a collective identity. Mr. Moore was a Brevard County educator who became a full-time civil rights activist. After being fired for demanding equal pay, he worked to equalize the salaries received by Negro teachers with that of their white counterparts. He organized the Progressive Voters League of Florida, and his efforts to open the Democratic Party to Negroes provided new political opportunities for minority citizens all over the state. Mr. Moore organized the first Brevard County colored people Mr. Moore organized the first Brevard County branch of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People in 1934 and served as its president for 5 years. From 1941 to 1946, he served as president of the Florida State Conference of the branches of the NAACP and then as the executive director until his death. Mr. Moore and his wife were murdered when a bomb was planted beneath their house on Christmas night in 1951. So this is where the home site is, or was, and where the Memorial Center is today. The building you would normally go in right here with the gift shop and all the other interpretive information is inside there. Sadly, like I said, we cannot go in, but we're going to walk right over here to the replica of the house. Of course, Christmas night 1951, and we can't go in. If you were here on a normal visit, you could, and it is set up just like that night. So you'll see, I'm going to try to video through the window a little bit once we get up here. I hope everybody's doing fine. We are finished with the civil rights lessons after this Tuesday by sticking to the plan that's been put out, the instructional continuity plan, and then we'll move into the Vietnam War era, Lyndon B. Johnson, and the later civil rights movement. For now, though, here we are. It's a replica of a bench that was, I'm not sure if it's actually here from that period. Let's see if we can see inside. Not very clearly, but you have them sitting in a Christmas tree, sitting at a table, a dining room table, sitting for dinner. The kitchen behind them. Let's see if we can go. This looks like the bedroom, and the bomb was placed under the house and in the under the bedroom, and that's where sadly they lost their lives. So there's a reflective pool out here and a pavilion, and there's some grounds that you can walk and some other places to sit as you walk around. So as you can see, like a lot of traditional Florida houses built in that period of time, there's a crawl space underneath, and that is where the assassins planted the bomb. And they were never captured, never brought to justice. Okay, well, that'll conclude this short little virtual field trip to the Harry and Harriette Moore Center in Mims, Brevard County. I will see you online. And if you have any questions, then jump in and let me know, and look for these videos. I'll do a few short videos each week explaining our lessons and what's expected of you. Till we meet again in person, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.